Gregory is charged with strangling.
Okay.
Give an update to a story.
All right. Welcome. Hey, everybody. How's it going? How y'all doing today? It's your guy. The one, the only. The one that is. The livest of the live. Senor Dapper DD. The safety man himself. I, that is him. Him, that is he. Me, that is I. STIMP. You dig it? But just giving y'all just good feelings, good vibes going on. Today's episode of the Booster Take Show is called Respect is Earned. And then you also is called about to be Respect Can Be Lost because of certain shit that you do to make people that you think is messing with you really ain't, that they really ain't cool. And now, as we talk about a lot, toxic relationships, toxic things, decision-making process. Because like I say every time, every decision that you make puts you where you are in life. Don't be mad about nobody else, about where you is. Just because of the decisions and the things that you have done and what you have said and what in your life that got you where you are today. We are where we at because of who we are, what we have done, and why we are doing it. That's why I am me, the beef. That's why I'm where I'm at right now talking to you. And some of you are watching this, and some of you is like, man, fuck this cat. He ain't talking about nothing. He just yanking off unnecessarily, trying to act like he cool and all that. But, you know what I'm saying, to each his own, and to own is each. Just outside when you out here speaking, you try to speak to reach a person to make them understand something and see something that you didn't understand. You dig it? Now, over the last week and a half, there's been some disturbing news coming through the Booster Take Show about some cats and peoples that people might know somewhat, you know what I'm saying, grew up with in neighborhoods and things and shit like that. I don't know, across the nation, across the world, I don't know how many people are peeping the situation of the murders that have been happening behind the jail cell. You know, man kills his wife on conjugal visit. Yeah, I know. I probably can't spell it right. But you like, wait, man kills what? Did what? Yeah. Man kills his wife on the conjugal visit. Now, in the penitentiary, I have never been to the pen, so I can't tell you how those things gone. I have spent many time in a county jail. You know what I'm saying? Had a couple of visits, but we wasn't on the congealing side of it. So there's a report of a man. I'm gonna play this, and I'm gonna play this many times. A couple of them. I'm gonna play a couple of sounds for you people. And when I play it, I'm not gonna have my face showing because I just want you to listen. And possibly I might just give some of y'all, just a chance to see it visually. We'll figure that out as time goes on and stuff. But my question is this. As a human being, I can't think as a woman because I'm not a woman. I only can think as a man. And as my thoughts as a man, if I'm sitting in a penitentiary for life for attempted murder, on a woman, why would another woman even want to marry me? Okay, we got that, but we'll figure that out secondly. And it said, man kills his wife, and not just his wife, the mother of his child. And why would I want to kill the mother of my child who's holding me down for 20 something years while I in this penitentiary? These are the questions that we need to ask. And we'll jump back. That's going to be a topic for today. And when I get the guest on, we're going to have that subject at any time now. But before we even get to that, I want to talk about what the title is called. Respect is earned. And when I say respect is earned, when you first meet somebody, you automatically have respect for them unless you think they a chump. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Unless person does things to make you say, that ain't no respectable person. That's not a man. That's not a woman. That's a J-cat. That's a whatever you call it. You know what I'm saying? Because most people make themselves into what you and them have into each other. Now, you can have mutual respect for somebody that you don't know. You can have respect for somebody that you don't know when somebody introduces you to that person, being like, they end up being somebody that you know, a friend or someone, and then y'all can mutually respect another one because of how y'all met, And then there's respect as when you're working at a job or when you're doing things. And just like respect right here, what I'm about to give to Lady Lex. How you doing, Lady Lex?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm just updating the people. What are we gonna do today on the podcast? It's gonna be a different kind of podcast, but it's gonna be real and it's gonna be based out like the topic is called respect is earned. But we also going to talk about situations on how that sometimes, as I always say, we are where we at because of the choices we have made in life. Put us, whoever you are, us as humans, where we are at today because of the decisions and the choices we have made. And why I'm saying that is because this situation in that mural prison penitentiary up there past Sacramento, near the Sacramento area, where the two young ladies have been murdered during conjugal visits. One of the ladies, I know them, and I know the person who is accused of the murder. And it goes to me, it baffles me in it because I know so much about the situation. It makes me think and say, why? Why on his part and why on her part? But before we get into all that, because that's tragedy, that's going to be the take situation of the Booster Take Show. Because we really don't do too many takes. We really do a lot of boosting because we stay motivated and keeping people up. But this goes part of the foul. Unfortunately, I'm going to make a joke of it, but someone that I know is getting personally placed in the crazy nigga meter, to the crazy scale.
He's definitely on the crazy scale.
So we are filling this crazy scale out. We got some slots, and his ranking is up there. He's at a good 9 to a 10. He's 8, 9, 10-ish. We got to figure it out, but it's up there real high. But that's all I'm saying. You know, I mean, because it's a crazy situation. Now, and then let me send another respectful rest in peace to a friend of mine that used to be out when we was all thugs. A young lady, her name is Gloria. She passed away from kidney failure this a week or two ago. She was cool people to a point, shit talker, shit starter. As one of the ex-members of the Booster Take Show said, she had a, I'm not even gonna say that. I'm gonna be respectful. I ain't even gonna go there. I'm gonna leave it alone. But Gloria Two Tongue is what we called her. Rest easy, good lady. But yeah, so before you came in, I was what was I talking about? Oh, respect as far as where like jobs, management, and everything. Employees talk shit about their managers most of the time. It's out of just be on some of the shit that the managers do, but they still respect the manager. When you have no respect from your employees, the people who are, as I call an employee, a job is like being part of a football team, a team or something. You got everybody has a position. They have to handle certain duties. You got to block for this. You got to do this. And without a good coach, your company will go, you know what I'm saying? And when you're a leader, you need to know how to talk to people. You need to know how to, you need to know how to speak with people in a formative way, because when you're a manager, you're also a teacher. You know what I'm saying? When you a leader of men and women, you have to act leaderable. You know what I'm saying? You have to do things. Welcome to the show, Creeper Knievel. How you doing today?
I'm good. And yourself?
You know, I'm beautiful, gorgeous, luxurious as always. Feeling myself to the highest level of filitivity, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, humble enough to know that I could be doing better. You dig?
I can relate.
Yeah. And the beard's looking nice. It's looking real nice. I like it. Looks nice.
Oh, right on, man. I had to get lined up and shaped up over there on Broad Plymouth from Lanai Mason. Call him Lil Dad if you ever want to get shaped up.
I get it. I need to go see somebody about a shaving. You know what I'm saying? But I still, you see this, you know what I'm saying now? Yeah, look at that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Look at that. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Look like you just got hit.
Nah, it's just a little self grooming in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? Making sure the whiskers that kind of get out of place, chip them down to make sure they look all proper. You know what I'm saying? Because when you are W-list celebrity like we are, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be prepared when you're stepping out in public.
First of all, we are not W-list celebrities. We about a D-list.
Nah, ain't none of us on the T. Well, I can't say none of us, because you do play a different role. You act as another person, you know what I'm saying? And I've seen your acting name. I didn't know you, see, I didn't know you was doing voiceovers for fucking X-Men. I didn't know you was part of the Marvel Universe doing voiceovers. I see you. Yeah, I see. You need to put some of that fucking money that you making off that shit into this show, so we ain't, you know what I'm saying? You ain't right, Creep. You ain't right, man. You ain't right.
Hey man, we'll discuss that behind the cameras.
Yeah.
We'll discuss that behind the cameras.
Yeah. But before we get to doing those other things, this lady Lex is on there, but she's hiding out somewhere.
What's up, Lex?
Hey, how you doing? Sorry, I just got home.
Oh, okay. How's
Yeah,
your day
so
today?
What'd you say?
How was your day today?
It was good. It was uneventful. It's my day off, so that's
Oh,
always a plus.
that's what's up.
yeah. Well, Creep taking the day off from doing these Marvel. You know, Creep is one of the voiceovers. He's a Marvel voice. Did you know that, Lex? Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
I know his stage name.
Oh God, is this also his stripper name too?
No, it's not
This
his script. No. See, that guy, that's why, he's been hiding. I've been trying to get him to do this creeper conundrum so he can break down this whole world that he is. You know what I'm saying? He's not just a creep. That's why he said he's formally known. You got to understand it. The reason he's formally known is because there's other things going on. This man is a fucking actor. You know what I'm saying? He has a movie. It's called fuck, what is the name of that movie? Damn it.
Man, I even forgot the name of the movie.
Shit. Damn it. But I seen his as they call it, stage name in the credits of the Marvel If animation show.
Okay. And speaking of movies, my cousin is really in a movie. We're gonna have to bring her on the show so she can talk about it.
Oh, yes. Cause I was about to get on you and Stacy, and like y'all need to tell
LB
Ayana to get on here. Ananda, not Ayana. Get
and
her
Yanda.
and Yanda to get on here because she said she was coming on this show 2 years ago at Stacy's birthday party.
Okay.
And I was gonna talk shit to her on the Facebook, but I didn't want to. No, not Facebook, on TikTok. But I didn't want to go back and forth with her because I say she probably gonna think I'm somebody else and not realize who it is. But then again, she probably will realize and just be like, "This nigga being hella funny." So I was about to hit her and talk hella shit like, "Blah, what's up? You act? Oh, I understand you a D-list celebrity since you about to be on Tubi and everything."
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's all good. But as I was saying, man, before we get into this fun and dandies and things, I was saying that a lot of shit that we are where we are at as humanity, each one of us, the royal us. Oh, what happened to the creek? We lost the creek.
We always lose the creep.
Yeah.
I think the stripper comment ran him off. You know, he don't like to reveal that part of his past.
Oh shit. Excuse me. Oh, uh-oh. We oh shit. Damn it. Okay. Oh,
You're having technical difficulties too?
I'm having body. Oh. Getting attacked by the hiccup. Oh.
Okay, there he's back. I was about to say, did the stripper comment run you off?
Oh,
I know you don't like to
nah.
reveal that side of your past.
No, it was somebody that kept trying to call me. I had to let them know, like, hey man, I'm at work right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Stripping can't run me off because I've never been one.
Oh, okay.
You feel me?
That's what he wants us to believe, that he wasn't, that he wasn't doing all that in Atlanta.
Nah, I
But you
wasn't.
know how they get down in Atlanta, so you already know it's Atlanta.
I don't know how they get down out there.
Them ladies saw creep and was creeping.
I don't get down like that. Yeah. Where the host at?
He was having some body difficulties. He'll be
I'm
back.
here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. Highly non-intoxicated, and I don't care. I let the motherfuckers run to get the motherfucking shit done. Bitch! I'm from the FRISCO. Straight from that Randolph side, though. Talking
Straight
hella
from that,
shit is all a nigga know.
straight
And
from
they
that
be like,
side town.
you know what I'm saying, though? Yeah. But as I was saying, we all are where we at because of our personal life choices that we have made in our life. Every single last human being. And then I was going on talking about a person because I sent everybody these things that's been coming to the Booster Take show because from where we grew up at Creek, there's been some disturbing news about a guy.
You sure you want to talk about this?
Whatever. Yeah, because I'm gonna talk about it because this shit it really baffles me. You know what I'm saying? It's just past a conundrum. Cause it's some for the facts, I'm not gonna get deep into it in everything that we know about certain things of this shit. But for the fact that when I first seen it, it was like, young lady killed in a prison, but the cousin speaks out. And then I see the picture of the person. I'm like, wait.
That's what I did too, because honestly, before I got on the show, I just saw it. So I looked and then like I had to rewind it again, like, hold on a minute. You feel me?
Yeah. So when I'm I seen this, like I got a wind of this probably about last week, and then or somewhere around the time found out that Halima died, and then the same time around Jean dying and stuff. So it's all in it. It's a whole lot of shit. Then the homegirl that hooked me up with Mr. Unknown, she passed away. You know what I'm saying? The homegirl that hooked us up with Mr. Unknown, she ended up waking up dead. And then just found out another female that I know that used to be in the TLs with, she just passed away from kidney failure. So be some crazy shit going on. Then I get the thing in an email, and then my cousin texts me to shit, and I'm looking, I'm like, what's this? And they like, female she was actually the first female to be killed on a conjugal visit while she was visiting Anthony Curry. You know what I'm saying? A person that's in jail for life for trying to kill his girlfriend, shot her in the head, and left her paralyzed at a truck stop, that she's now blind and paralyzed at a truck stop in Richmond. So when I hear that, wait a minute. No, wait. Hold on. I rewind it and I look again, then I see it because I wasn't looking at it. I was just listening. And I'm like, no. Come on, blood. You did what? Now, let's rewind 6 months ago. My cousin was telling me that he done had a conversation with him. And he like, man, I got 3 degrees. I'm about to take the bar. I'm be going up for board, nigga. I might be getting out this bitch in about a year or something. You know what I'm saying? I done did all this time. You know what I'm saying? I've been on you know, I've been straight. The wife got a house. Nigga, she got some kind of company going, nigga. When I get out, I'm coming out to some real shit. It's gonna be, nigga, some real shit going on with some trucks and yada, yada, yada. I'm like, all right, sounds good. Good thing, nigga, getting this shit together. But, you know, man. And then out of nowhere, like I said, about a week ago, I get sent that. And what I sent you, I'm not even sure if that's all the information that I sent you. Because it's like 3 or 4 different videos of stuff. And the reason why nobody in the Bay Area is talking about it is because it's happening up there in that Sacramento area. That penitentiary is up there past Sac. So that Sacramento news is covering it. But you have a contingency of Lakeviewians that live up in Sac. And people watching the news and seeing that and start sending it through the channels. Now it's all going through. And it's a crazy situation. And then to find out is that homegirl, they even said it in the news, that she went up there to break up with this man.
Yeah, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah. She went up there to break up with him.
Okay, so just something that I found, I looked up. They said the husband was serving 4 consecutive life sentences.
That's the other guy.
Who's the other guy?
That's the other one. There's another guy who killed his wife in there.
Oh, so I thought it was just the one dude that strangled the young lady.
See, it's Anthony Curry is the one I'm talking about. Then there's another dude who killed another woman. Curry is the first person that killed the first girl. There's another girl that's been killed in there that made the cousin of Tanya go to the news so the shit could get publicized because they wasn't doing nothing.
I understand. That's some crazy. Ain't that some bullshit? My friend was a life after lockup wife, and she would be telling me about those little visits. She had went to a couple one with her husband at the time, but that's some bullshit. You up here riding and dying with this Negro, and he gonna sit up here and choke you out because you came up there to end the relationship?
I commend her for being a real woman and keeping it real, but that was the wrong time to keep it real.
You supposed to break up with them in a letter or over the phone?
If I'm fucking with a bitch that's in jail for murder for killing the nigga she was fucking with and dumping this nigga body at a truck stop, I gotta think about how I'm a maneuver when it comes to doing some devastating things.
Yeah, especially if you're dealing with somebody that has the mind state to where they have nothing to lose.
So the truck stop thing with the other young lady, that's what he's in prison for currently, or
Yeah,
before this situation happened.
yeah, that's why he's been in jail since '98 because he shot Senada in the head. And she was a good ass partner. That was my partner. She was cool as fuck. Hella cool. And you know what I'm saying? I know every single person in this situation. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I grew up with Curry.
Yeah,
Elementary school, junior
yeah,
high
yeah.
school,
I
the
know Curry
block,
since I
the
know Curry
hood.
since fifth grade, bruh. We used to be waiting at the same bus stop over there on Ocean Avenue to get on the M.
Man.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm just some person that this is, you know what I'm saying? His cousin is my guy, Keita Black, let him rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? This is it's ugly. It's it's senseless, it's wrong, and then we got other people that I'm seeing when I'm looking at, because like I said, I go through the Facebook and I'm seeing certain shit. I'm not gonna name people, but it's a lot of shit that people are saying about the guy.
I mean, I know like from the stories I heard, because what I'm saying, I was in Atlanta when a lot of things he did took place, and from what I understand is he got a hold of some bad pills when everybody got on that pill hype, and he just went crazy.
I could say you gotta just put it like this: when everybody else was smoking and drinking, Curry wasn't on that shit at that time. He wasn't on that shit at that time. And then as motherfuckers start getting older, somehow he was introduced to some nasal candy. And from my understanding, he took a whiff of the nasal and start let it took him there. Put the thermometer on 100, nigga. I'm taking it there. Start robbing, start doing all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the boy was a high level hustler. When we was in high school pretending to be hustlers, my nigga was already rocking the leather Miami coats, the leather 8-ball coats. You know what I'm saying? Had the finger waves and shit with the rollers in them. You know,
Yeah,
and to let you know I was hanging. The nigga was smashing the Nash.
he was getting it. He was
You
he
know
was
what I'm
getting
saying? He was the nigga,
people.
he was out there handling and all high level villainy. And this is where I say, when the villainy gets taken a little bit too far, how much deep do you become in your villain? Because now he's a super villain.
Right.
And
Well,
and then just, I mean, the girl, she got his son. I didn't even know he had a kid.
mm,
She married him. And you married him after he did what he did. So, and then I she should have just left a letter, made a phone call, cut the jailhouse action, and the person would have knew it was over, and you still be here. Now I got people talking about how you know that he actually did it. And she had a medical condition, and
Yeah,
they
they're saying he's trying to say. I'm reading the article now. He's trying to say he pleaded not guilty. Um, and his defense is that she had a medical emergency during the visit, and it's not from him strangling the shit out of her.
so. But did the medical examiner say it was strangulation?
The article doesn't say. It just says It just said an inmate is charged with murdering his wife during a conjugal visit at Mole Creek State Prison, pleaded not guilty Friday. Anthony Curry is already serving life in prison for attempted murder and carjacking. On Friday, he appeared via video at the Amador County Superior Court. He's already being held at Pelican State, Pelican Bay State Prison. Curry was appointed a public defender who entered the plea. During the hearing, Curry also requested a speedy trial. The judge set a preliminary hearing for April 18th. Curry was charged with strangling his wife, Tania Thomas, during a 4-day conjugal visit at Mole Creek State Prison in Lone. Is that how you say it? Lone? Thomas was found dead on the last day of her visit after Curry notified correctional officers. He claimed she had a medical emergency. For his next court hearing, Curry is expected to appear in court in person. Thomas's death was the first of two killings that happened within just months of each other at Mole Creek State Prison. So, ladies, don't fuck with no nigga who's sentenced in Mole Creek. In November, Stephanie Dowles was found dead during a prison visit with her husband, David Brinson. No one has been charged in that slaying yet, but the district attorney tells uh, news investigators that could change within the next few days. And then the article's ended.
Whew. That's that's
And then
that's
you guys remember that one young lady who was dating a nigga who like same situation, did life in prison, uh was doing life in prison. I don't know if he escaped or if he got paroled or something, but she was dating him, then all of a sudden she was found dead, and everybody's like, what happened
Man,
to this young lady? And she come to find out, homeboy that she was like dating or in a long-term relationship with is the one who killed her. He like got out of prison. As soon as he got out of prison, he killed her.
terrible, terrible. Well, I'm gonna let this little play for it's a nice minute and a half to play from KCRA 3. This is courtesy of YouTube. Um, this little video.
Us what the inmate said during today's hearing. Anthony Curry is already serving life in prison for attempted murder and carjacking. Now, today he had an arraignment for a charge of murder involving the July death of his wife, Tania Thomas. He appeared by video from Pelican Bay State Prison and was appointed a public defender who entered a not guilty plea. But this was their first time meeting or speaking to each other, so the attorney asked Curry how he wanted to move forward.
You have a right to a preliminary hearing within 10 days or 60 days. What's your decision on today, Mr. Curry? I want a speedy trial.
Often in cases like this, defendants actually waive their right to a speedy trial, so there's more time to prepare for the case. But given Curry's request, a judge set the preliminary hearing for April 18th, just 2 weeks from now. So that's when the district attorney will have to show there's enough evidence to go to trial. Curry's charged with strangling his wife, Tania Thomas, during a 4-day conjugal visit at Mule Creek State Prison in Ione back in July. Thomas was found dead on the last day of her visit after Curry notified correctional officers saying she had a medical emergency. Now, Curry is expected to be here in person next time, so will likely be transferred back to Mule Creek, despite the defense asking if he could stay at the county jail instead.
The jail is only about 5 minutes.
Yeah. So next week, on the 18th, they'll be back in court. So we'll get some more updates on that, and by that time, maybe some more of my investigators will be sending me things so we can get into a more deeper dive. You know, I kind of want to call a couple of people and ask some things, but I think I'm gonna just stay away from certain shit and just leave it as it is and just wait till you see what comes out in the news and shit. Because yeah, just because. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. I just don't. I don't get it because my whole thing is this: as 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 maybe Lex, you could answer this. What the fuck turns you women on about somebody that's sitting in a motherfucking jailhouse for damn near the rest of their life? What makes you say, you know what? I'm gonna have a relationship with this person. It's gonna work out.
Grown women don't fall for this. And I'm not to speak ill of the young lady that unfortunately lost her life at the hand of that person because, we don't know their ties and what attracted her to him. Obviously, they had a child in common, but most women don't fall for stuff like that. Don't want no man who's, what can a man who's serving a life sentence do for you? Most men like
I'm not
every
even just talking, man. It's women doing life, and it's dudes out here that's fucking with these women doing all that time too. It goes
that's
both
true,
ways.
but
There's
you
some
you
gangster bitches out here that's thugging, but
that's true, but you asked the question in a
I
specific
did.
way. So there is no appeal of a man who is not that cannot get out of prison. I don't these people like that they be having these TV shows where they are seeking prisoners and stuff like that. That's not everyday people. Those people obviously have some other deep rooted issues that are causing them to think that that's appealing to them. Like, don't get me wrong, there's some niggas out here from prison can pay your bills, pay your lifestyle, pay can make the house payments and really be taking care of home. But that's not average for an everyday prisoner. Most of these niggas is barely surviving in prison.
Yeah, that's
Most of
true.
these niggas is barely surviving, barely able, don't have phones, cell phones, cell phones and stuff like that. That's super luxury. Those phones are expensive. And most of these niggas have drug problems, especially if you're doing like a life sentence. Like, what do you got to live for? You can smoke all the drugs that you want, do all the do everything that you want. It takes a special, a different person. Like, I think a lot of these women be just lonely, and what what can that man give you? Time. He ain't got nothing but time. But for me, I couldn't do that. You ain't gonna be sweating me about what I'm doing, where I'm going, who I'm hanging out with, why I'm not doing this, and they be needy and shit like that. It's exhausting. I couldn't do it. Maybe in my younger years, I would have been duped and stuff like that. I've talked to some dudes in prison and stuff like that, but no, couldn't do it. Not me, not now, not me now. Knowing what I know and seeing how life is too short. I want to travel. I want to see exotic places. I want to do things in different countries, not be up there with a nigga who can't travel, who can't do shit, who's locked up and stressful. A
And
headache. That's what they be. A headache.
well, that's the first time I have ever heard a woman not praise the jailhouse relationship.
It's not. So
But hold
it's
on
not
before
a
we go. Hold on before we go in. I have to do a small sports break interruption.
okay.
Coming up to the end of the first quarter, the Warriors are up 37-24 on the Phoenix Suns. The Warriors need this win because the Lakers took the L today, 120 to 136 to the Oklahoma Thunder. So
You felt the need to say that part too, huh?
I'm just saying that the Warriors is in a 12-point lead and the Lakers lost by 13 today. So if the Warriors get that W, that moves them closer to getting that 3 spot. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay because regardless, it seems like we're going to be playing the Lakers. Whether it's going to be 3-6 or 4-5. So, but that's what I'm saying. And these shows, as you was talking about, Lexus, these new shows that they got Common and making it like so thing. The what's that? Love After Lockup, 60 Days
Love
In, and
after lockup. They
all
got
that shit.
prison
Because it's a lot of
wives.
women. But what surprises me on them shows, it's a lot of white women that are doing these things. I thought it was gonna be a bunch of shit so they could exploit more black women, but they exploiting a lot of white women on that show too. So, you know, but as a man, I've never had a female in jail, in prison. Now, a couple of employees might have went to jail, but that comes along with the job. But being a hardcore gangster bitch, like how Papoose held down Remy Ma for 6 years and shit, I haven't had that woman. I never fucked with that gangster bitch that got caught up on some gangster bitch shit. You know what I'm saying? For popping a bitch, for trying to steal her purse, or you know what I'm saying? Something just getting down. Now, in the world creep you used to live in, as a stripper. And them women be giving you tips and everything. You done dealt with some gangster bitches in private parties. And I could understand. You know what I'm saying? That's why you speak on that lifestyle. But you're in a safe space.
Hey man, I ain't never dealt with no gangster bitch to where you feel me. I had to I had to hold her down while she was in jail. You feel me? I've never made a conjugal visit in my life. You know what I'm saying?
You never congealed.
I never congealed. You feel me? I never went to a women's institution and be like, yeah, I'm up here for a conjugal visit and I'm smelling like Izzy Miyake cologne. I haven't done that.
Mm.
And and my thing is like, as far as people holding people down in prison, that's up to the person if they want to hold somebody down in prison. But me myself, I don't know if I could do that because she committed the crime. I didn't. My dick didn't commit no crime. So I'm not gonna hold myself or make myself celibate until she get out, or until it's a conjugal visit. I'm not gonna do that, and I don't see myself doing that because I don't mess with them type of females.
Okay, I get it. I understand. I hear you. But I'm gonna put a scenario out there. Let's say that you are in a relationship with this woman, or even for you, Alexis, this man for over a 10-year period. Y'all have a real relationship, and something happens, and she ends up having to go to jail. Would you cut bait with your 10-year relationship that you had with this person, and or would you hold that situation down?
What did she go to jail for?
Yeah. You have to I have to know what they went to jail for.
Drunk driving, vehicular manslaughter.
No, because you're a dumbass.
Well, the thing is, like, and I know me and you have talked about this a lot, Mr. McFly, but a lot of times people are in the situations they're in because of decisions that they make.
Uh-huh.
And so
Uh-huh.
so when you make a bad decision, you do have to kind of prepare for the consequences. And then if you keep making bad decisions on top of bad decisions, then it's pretty much a lifestyle at this point, you know. So like me, I'm not gonna reward bad behavior. You feel me? Cause cause like decisions like that or to do some like criminal activity, this is a decision that she made without even discussing it with me, without asking me how I feel about this decision that she's going to make. That's possibly going to affect not just her, but my life as well.
Okay,
So
well, what if she go down for EDD fraud?
once again, that's a decision she made.
Did I
Let's
get
And
just
some
be,
money?
and
and
yeah,
and,
y'all
and
live
it was-
together. Y'all split that EDD fund. Y'all had went, you know what I'm saying? Y'all went out and kicked it and did all kind of shit. Left state, was clowning, and then 2, 3 years later, they catch up with the other person and they gotta go sit down for 2 years or 3 years.
Well, 2 years isn't bad. I
okay,
could
so
do I could do a short sentence, but we're specifically to I was talking about more of these people that get life. If you do more than 5 years, I can't fuck with you.
5 years your limit.
5 years is my limit.
So
And
would
I
you get
probably cheated
would you
during that
get
time.
married? Would you marry this person so you can have conjugals?
No. It's not that serious. You better get your little jailhouse money up and pay a guard or something for a little closet time or something because I'm not marrying nobody who probably wasn't shit to begin with to
Why
nobody else but me.
why they gotta be not shit? This somebody that you've been with for damn near 10 years or longer. Why they gotta be not shit? See, you thinking negative.
I said to but
But nothing. No, no. You've been with this person for 10 plus years. So all that person ain't shit. That's out the door. That's out the door.
a lot of times when you're
all
in
right,
love, you overlook a lot of bullshit because you think you in love with somebody.
Not for 10 years. Not for no 10 damn years. Hell nah.
Well,
Hell nah.
if our relationship was so important, why'd you fuck up and get yourself 5 years in prison anyways?
Because I was making us come up on this EDD money.
and you was helping them spend it too. Let's not forget about that. So
Yeah, we went
so
to Jamaica. We went to China. Came back with from China to Canada. Came back. We both got whips and all the shit. What is you talking about?
okay, let me give you a logical. I'm gonna give you the best logical answer I can give you about that situation. Like hypothetically, she get caught up on some EDD shit because we was both spending money together, living it up, balling out, just living a lit lifestyle, and she go to jail for a couple years, maybe even up to 5 years. You feel me? If she does not mention my name or snitch on me, I'm gonna hold her down. I'm gonna hold her down. But if she snitch, be like, well, I was with Creeper Canoe, I was with Oda too, and she ain't get nothing. Y'all ain't, it's bad. But if she keeps solid and keep her mouth shut, I got her.
Right.
So long as she hold that water, long as she
Yeah.
keep that water tight, and she could do that 5 and then hold her down for them 5 years.
Yeah,
That's
she
what
just
you're
can't
supposed
turn
to
state
do.
on me. She can't
Yeah.
turn state evidence.
But if I'm gonna end up as a co-defendant, fuck you.
Okay. Okay. But all I'm gonna say is a lot of that shit with being in that jail lifestyle and you getting caught up sitting in jail for 20 something years and all that, that's fucked up because it's only so much you can have. You only can have conjugal monthly, once a month or some shit.
And also
What?
depends on their behaviors. That means no fights, no violations, can't do stupid shit. And they be at some of these prisons they violate you for a
For
lot of
sneezing.
stuff. Exactly. I remember one time Robert made some do rags out of his state issued T-shirt, and they took away his visits, all his phone calls, all kind of shit.
That's that's why going to jail ain't never been a cool thing to me because for one, them people in jail treat you less than a human. They don't give you no kind of respect. They talk to you any kind of way, treat you any kind of way. And then when motherfuckers gonna tell you, when you have to raise your hand as a grown ass adult to go use the bathroom after a certain time if you don't have a toilet in your cell. You know, and another thing, do you really want where you piss at to be your freezer?
Hell no.
I don't want none of that shit. I
That's
don't.
why.
I
One thing,
Nigga,
now.
where you gotta put your cartons of milk in the toilet to keep them cold.
You
man,
know. Oh,
man,
sorry.
look, bro, nigga. One thing that I don't like,
Where
and
your cover is your microwave.
for real, man, what one thing I don't like is this. When I done had niggas from my neighborhood or wherever hood they from brag about being in prison, like, yeah, man, I did time in Pelican Bay, I did time in San Quentin, I did time in Santa Rita, all that, all that. That is not a flex, homie. That means you got caught. That's all that means. It means you got caught. It means you're not good at playing hide and go seek. It means you're not good at being a criminal. You're not good at breaking the law. You got caught. That's not a flex, homie. It's not.
Right. And now they let you buy your underclothes in jails and prison, but before you had to wear state issued drawers, straight issued panties, and I don't care how
Where the
strong the
next
bleach
nigga
is.
draws because I broke some laws.
Right, and I don't care how strong the bleach they say the bleach is. I don't want to wear nobody else's panties.
Um,
And that was always that's what scared me straight, and that's what kept me out of the prison systems. Every time I think about, should I fuck this bitch up or should I do this and that, I'd be like, do you want to wear somebody else, some dope fiends panties? No, I
Yeah,
don't.
yeah, man. I know the last time I was in jail, they gave me the little orange jumpsuit or whatever, and the shirt was hell. The shirt barely reached below my waist, like it was almost damn near showing my bottom stomach. Like if I raise my hands up, it's gonna show stomach, man. That, I can't live. I can't live like that, man. For real.
and then we got the tycoon joining in. How's it going, tycoon?
What's up with
What's
y'all?
happening, Tycoon?
What's up?
Running a little late, but I'm here.
Yeah, I ain't gonna act like Shannon Sharp and shit. And, motherfucker, you know what time the show start? Ocho, look here, brother. You supposed to be here. We doing this thing, and we got the sponsors, and we got the money. They pay us for this, man. You this, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't,
No,
we ain't. But
the only thing is, we out here with this Bay Area traffic, man. we got to do something. You feel me? But yeah, what's going on? I didn't missed it. What y'all talking about right now?
we basically I've been talking about we've been discussing the situation of the Mule Creek murders.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Where it's it's a fucked up situation to me because I know the people. You know what I'm
what?
saying?
You know him personally?
Yeah.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Wow,
I
Yeah,
grew
we
up
both
with
know him personally.
that's
yes,
crazy.
Creep knows Curry too, and probably knows Tanya. You know what I'm saying? Now we grew up in the View.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And like I'm saying, like I was explaining to Lex that I didn't know Curry since about 4 or 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? We started at the same park, Bixby Park, to Jose
Right.
Ortega, to Aptus Middle School, to Lincoln High School, to the streets of Randolph.
I don't know, man. I mean, what do you
And
think happened? What do you think? What y'all think happened?
well, as I was saying, I had got some information that she was going up there to end the relationship. And me, myself, I'm saying that was the wrong time for her to be keeping it real. That's the
Yeah,
situation where keeping it real goes wrong. That was,
right.
you know what I'm saying? That was some real life when keeping it real goes wrong. Not trying to make light of a situation or make fun of nothing because it's very serious and it's a fucked up piece. But you married this man after you knew what he did to Senada. Because you was pregnant at the time.
Yeah. Now you ain't. I mean, like you said, I looked up some of the story. You know, I'd heard pieces of it, but like I said, it had to be a reason. But yeah, that's crazy. And why would you do it like that? That's nah. Uh-uh.
Now, some people are being devil's advocate. I know a couple of people have questioned and said, well, they always trying to pin something on somebody. He did alert the deputies and was saying that she was having a medical issue. I'm
Right.
like,
He ain't that.
yeah.
He had no other choice but to alert the deputies. They were gonna find out either way.
True. I
So
agree with both of y'all, but I was because that's what I was wondering. I was like, well, Howard, because it was another murder that happened there too,
that's
supposedly.
after no, that was the first one.
The person that you know was the first one.
Yeah, that was the first
Oh,
one, but it never got talked about. The only reason this got talked about is because the second murder happened. And
right.
then homegirl, then Tanya's cousin went to the news. And then the news said, wait, hold on, what? When it did they say, when it hollered at her up there at KCRA, I guess that's like the Sacramento. Then
Yeah.
it's going on the Sac News, and then the people that's from the View that live in Sac seen that and start sending that shit to other motherfuckers like, nigga, look at your boy. You
Yeah.
know, so because it's
You're
not
supposed to
coming
do that
on,
over the
it's
phone. You're supposed to send a letter or something.
you know, and that's where we was at with shit on talking about it, and then I think Creek went in the hot head. I had to mention that the Golden State Warriors update is up 53-35 over Phoenix right now after the Los Angeles Lakers took that L to OKC today, 120-136. Creeper Knievel, the faithful Laker fan, I don't know where where he's at right now, but we're coming for that spot, and the Warriors are up 18 points. And you know what I'm saying? They're up 18 points.
Are you gonna get the LeBron Barbie?
What?
Hey, I saw that earlier on Facebook. The
What?
LeBron James, I guess he got signed by, he got a deal with Barbie. So like a Ken doll, it's a LeBron doll.
No, I'm not gonna get that. Grown ass man.
Hey, it's a collector's item, though. It might be worth some
I'm gonna
money.
ask each and every one of y'all to say, Lady Lex, from the Being on the Booster Take show, somebody sees you and said they want to make a doll of Lady Lex. Would you have a Lady Lex edition from Mattel on sale?
I guess so. If they're gonna give me some money, I'll take the money. I'll definitely
Of
take the money.
course.
I don't care if my likeness, as long as no, as long as nobody does nothing creepy with my shit. I don't want a nigga beating his meat on my titties or something.
What nigga do you know beat his meat to dogs?
Hey,
There's niggas out there
What?
that beat
Nigga,
their
we
meat.
went to the we was at the event where they had the dolls. When they had them, when we seen the live dolls at the event.
Yeah, we seen dogs, but what nigga beats his meat to a dog?
Man, this nigga's fucking them dogs.
There's niggas out here
Fucking the dog
beating
and
Them
them
niggas is
beating
dogs
fucking
your meat
them
and
to a
doing all
dog
dogs.
are
kind of
two
shit to
different
them
things.
dolls. They dick probably rubbing on every inch of that fucking doll.
Okay, fucking a doll and beating your meat to a doll is
It's
two.
the same damn thing. It's disgusting.
It's
You
right.
a
I agree
fucking
with you. It
loser.
is disgusting, but these are
You
two
a king
different things,
lummy.
man.
You know what I'm saying? For real.
Now, I didn't say a dog. I said a doll. Don't be doing nothing strange to my doll.
That's what I'm saying. We talking about dolls, DOLL, dolls.
Yes,
Yeah,
DOLL.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want nobody doing nothing strange with my doll, but I mean, I'll take the money. I'll do it. I'll contribute my likeness.
So hold on,
right.
Lexi. You would want somebody to make a doll after you that's a sex doll?
No, I would have somebody use my likeness to make a action figure, a doll.
Oh, now it's an action figure. All right.
Would you contribute your stripper likeness to get a doll recreated for the ladies?
Absolutely not, because I've never been a stripper. What, the doll gonna be naked?
Oh shit, Craig, you said you gonna be in
Hey,
your G
the
string?
whole conversation went all the way left.
Craig gonna
It
be
went left. It went left.
It would
so
have
they gonna have an
pull-away
oiled up version of Creek. They gonna have an oiled and you gonna be nigga in your Hogan pose, nigga.
Like
just
the no-
out there, nigga.
Like the Diddy dog. Like the no Diddy dog. With the
then-
bottle of baby oil in there.
But Tycoon, we got two dolls. You got the hustle hour. No, you got your three dolls. You got your rap street doll, nigga with the mic and the gold chain. You know what I'm saying? Then you got your host, and then you got your guest one. So you got three different variations out there.
I was actually trying to make one of those, because I was seeing people been creating them. I guess using the AI. Yeah, they was using it.
Nah.
That's how they was making them. I guess I know, like you could use the Facebook, the AI, the Meta AI, and design you one, or I forgot what the other one of the other AI apps. I think that's the one where they coming out looking like Mattel characters. I've been seeing a bunch of people making them though, and I tried to do what you said. I tried to, put one together where it got a shirt printing machine and different stuff, and the other one, but it was coming together though. You feel me? I'm gonna post them later. I gotta tweak them a little bit. The AI is cool for people that like design stuff, but you gotta be real specific. You know what I mean? Because like if you tell it like you said, for the action figure, right? And you want to put the little other stuff in there, like microphones or, you know what I mean? Like you said, some money or whatever. You just got to be specific. Like, okay, put this in the accessory section, and you got to do it a couple times. But yeah, I mean, we should all make one. I would do it. Y'all didn't get to me, but I would do it. I don't. Shit, MC Hammer had one. Michael Jackson had one.
Hey,
Shit.
it's all about marketing and branding, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I still got shirts for sale. If y'all would like a t-shirt,
Right.
you can reach the website is down, but you can still reach through Facebook, the Booster Take Show on Facebook, the Booster Take Show IG, Booster Take Show TikTok, Booster Take Show Spotify. Leave a message on the Spotify. It'll get answered. There's, you know what I'm saying? It will be.
Speaking of which, I got a question though. I mean, can I put in an order for I seen a sweatsuit, a jogger suit or something around this job. I mean, it's a hoodie or something. I'll be out at events and stuff, and
Yeah, the hoodies. Those was some exclusive hoodies
I see.
that was made for the event.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They
We'll talk off the air. We'll talk off the air.
I mean, for if people wanted them, they go from the range of the price of 80 to
right.
Depend on your size. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get to big boy,
right.
It's a lot of material.
Right. Well, I gotta get something together, man. I mean, like I said, it's summertime too. The weather changed. I'm gonna be outside. I need some shorts or something. I gotta put my order in. I need to, like I said, we'll talk off the air. I need to print.
You need some Booster Take Hawaiian shirts too.
Right.
That'll
be different.
Fristonian Hawaiian shirts, huh?
That'll be different. Everybody ain't doing them.
And sometimes we can't expose. See, game is so deep. You don't even know when you're giving up game to other people when we just chomping amongst each other on some player shit.
And I just realized I did that too.
So, but all I'm gonna say is this: to not really just to drift off from the topic we was going back to when it comes to being a person that's so since you wasn't here, Tycoon, would you hold a woman down for 20 years in a pen aisle?
Oh, you said 20 years? Man?
Well, okay, 5 years. Woman went down for your woman went down that you was with for 10 years. She went down for EDD fraud. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't gallivanting, been here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah, of course. That come with it. That come with
it. You know what I'm saying?
Off top.
You gonna hold her down for that turn.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
Now, if it was vehicular manslaughter, because she was drinking, and she has to do time, probably 5 to 8. Would you still?
I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck with you. If she was drinking 9 times out of 10, it was with me. So therefore, right. So therefore, you feel me? Somebody got to take the charge. And hey, she at that point, I'm pretty sure if it's gonna be me or her, and she decided, I'm just saying. I mean, you gotta look at it like that. You're not supposed to drink and drive. This is a public service announcement. We do not condone driving under the influence of any kind here at the Booster Take Show. But I'm just saying, you feel me? It could have just been like that. Instead of him hopping in the car, in the driver's seat, she hopped in. So you got to look at it like that too, because
ain't no square bitch with me. She's gonna take the charge.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. So, but to answer your question, yeah, you're supposed to, you're supposed to sit there and you're supposed to hold them down because you want it done for you.
Yeah.
Now, if she is just being irresponsible and different stuff, that's a different subject. But at the same time, like you said, if it's somebody you with, y'all locked in, you
Yeah.
got to round it out.
And that's
I don't be understanding that. That's why, like, I don't know the full background of the situations that happened out there, but just based off my experiences of being locked up, and I'm pretty sure some of the listeners can relate. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to expose everybody else's business, but I'm sure y'all might be able to relate too. But like you said, in any kind of situation, when you putting your freedom on the line, even in regards to holding somebody down, like you said, for the EDD or whatever, if I'm out here taking these chances and I get caught up, hey, welcome to death row. You know what you signed up for. So you supposed to hold me down. It's supposed to be some money on the books. I ain't supposed to be in there hungry. You know what I mean? The rest of it, I mean, for the most part too, as men, we'll kind of take care of it on our own, but hey, if it come to lawyers and different stuff, do your part. That's what you would want me to do. And so I don't understand, thinking that you just gonna cut somebody off like that. I mean, you gotta, it take time. You
And
know
it
what I'm
all
saying?
depends too. They gotta be
Yeah.
they gotta be respecting you too, because some of these people that go to prison, they be you can't be having like no little a bitch who's up here coming up for visits, and I'm up here spending all my money making sure your
Pause.
commissary's full.
wait a minute.
Oh,
Time
wait a
out.
minute. Wait a
Time
minute.
out. Time out. If a bitch is coming up here to visit, she actually has been helping out with this family situation.
As well.
And
That's all.
for one damn thing is this. I can't touch this bitch. I'm in jail. The fuck?
Hey, for the record, like you said, I done have females, they didn't, they done sent money, bought gifts like when my son was born and all the shit. You know what I'm saying? They knew I'm in a relationship, all that. So I mean, yeah, to piggyback on what he's saying, you feel me? Like, if it's somebody that's rocking with you, and you never know whether it was, like me, the person I'm talking about in particular, that they're, I don't want to say a fan necessarily because they're more of a friend too, you know what I mean? But people that have supported my movement, whether it was music or whatever I was doing, you know what I'm saying? So, it's the same thing. I know it's hard to believe, but there are instances where, people they do just want to be friends and different shit, or, like I said, is you do meet people in life that are actually solid like that. I know some right now, like you said, I'll be, talking to them sometime and I'm about to go visit somebody. You about to go visit who? And that ain't even your dude, but you going to go visit him. You know what
I
I'm
mean, I
saying?
done
Like,
visited and took care of some niggas that was just partners that got unfortunately incarcerated. I we
so
had
what's the
a
difference?
Me and Demetrius had and Bossy had an adventure after I drove to Solano to go visit my partner. That's where I was all like, you know what? I done drove all the way to Solano. Let's drive to Reno. We didn't end up in Reno, but we still had a lit time.
So what's wrong with a female coming to visit a dude?
I mean,
In
that's
jail?
not. I mean, that's fine. But
Now,
if
if
you're
you
in a
would be,
relationship and you're thinking it's exclusive, and these niggas be, having a bitch come to visit, and the guards, the CEOs telling you that this nigga had a bitch come up there, because them CEOs gonna be in your business and
CEOs
Yeah,
telling
but
being
your
messy,
business.
but
I mean,
but
telling
hold
your
on.
CEOs
business
being
and
messy.
snitching.
See, you aren't supposed to go for that
Thank
shit.
you, thank you,
You're
thank you.
not supposed to go for that shit. That's the op.
It don't matter that they got a badge on, they be on the same shit. You feel me? So you can't trust that. Because at the same time, like he said, they either trying to do it to get at you, or they ultimately trying to do it to fuck off, whoever's locked up situation. Period. Because you they lifeline. You got to understand that whoever's coming through to visit at that point, or supporting the motherfucker, holding them down to any capacity, even if it's just accepting a phone call. You they lifeline while they locked up. So all of it do matter, no matter how big or small. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, you know, I just want to throw this out there because I feel like sometimes people don't want to be honest with themselves. Like, who you dealing with. Like, if you dealing with nowadays, they use the term high value, but you know what I'm saying. If you dealing with a boss, if you dealing with somebody that is really out making moves in the street and
Legal
taking care
boss
of
or
people.
legal boss or street legal boss.
Either way, because like you said, even if it was EDD, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, if a person was acquiring money to turn around and take care of the family, the folks, the hood, whatever, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, shit, the same female you talking about, she might have almost got evicted. He might have looked out. You know what I'm saying? And that's her time to try to pay it back. You gotta think like that. I'm just saying, because at the end of the day, men, we really not like that. But to be honest, relationships when it comes to women, sometimes it do be transactional. You get what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, even not on no sexual shit, but it'll still be a transactional one. And it sounds like what you saying, as far as if it's somebody that you was involved with. Now, if they not being honest with you, that's one thing. You feel me? Because of course you're supposed to tell the truth. But separate from that, like you said, if you know that they, hey, if you know that they was outside, shit, who else was holding a bundle for them if it wasn't you? Who who else house was they able to trap out of if it wasn't yours? You feel what I'm saying? They had to pay for that. They had to do something. So it's a give and take, man. You can't be in denial. That's all I'm saying. I've learned that. Females do the same thing. Oh, this is who I get the
Yeah,
treat.
because I was gonna say, as the female, as the man who got a woman that's locked down, and you going up there, and then you see homeboy from the block up there talking about,
You
oh,
said
what's up,
what?
bud? I came to drop.
He said, "Say what?
They can't be at the same visit. You guys schedule them differently.
What
I'd
you
be hella
mean?"
mad. She'll never
But you
get no
coming
more
up there, you ain't
noodles.
knowing that home. You going up there.
Yeah, don't nobody be knowing.
You going up there. You see. You know what I'm saying? Ready Ray. And Ready Ray see you, and you thinking, well, who you came up here to see? I was, just dropping this because, and then nigga, now if she ain't broke it down to you, it go, now you got some explaining to do. Now it goes the same way. If dude ain't really, look here, babe, when I was out there, I used to be at Trisha's, putting shit down over at Trisha. Then you know how I used to kept my lowrider at Coco's. You know what I'm
Come
saying?
on. Exactly. That's all. That's what I'm trying to say. You feel me? Or
So, all
yeah,
right,
such and such.
I
They
still
might
gotta
be
keep
holding
these
something.
motions going, and they busting moves still. Cause you
Right.
working. Cause you working. You gotta, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta take care of I don't need you getting caught up while our baby getting caught up.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? But that's if you being 100 with the woman that you fucking with and she understands you. And that's like if you as a woman being 100 with the nigga that you fucking with, and how is y'all moving, and do you move, as they say, accordingly. You know what I'm saying? When you fucking with gangsters and want to be gangsters and
Well,
All I know is I'm glad that's not my life no more. Cause
I
I
mean,
don't miss them jail visits. I don't miss. I remember one time I was working at Comcast, and some girl that I was working with, she's like, you know a dude named Robert? I'm like, yeah. And she's all like, oh, cause they got in trouble, so they got they phone calls and all their privileges taken away. And she's like, and my dude was in on it too. So That's why we haven't heard from him in a minute. I'm like, oh, this is some bullshit. See, this is what I don't miss those days.
But when you say that, like that could happen to anybody, you gotta remember it's a lot of people in there that's falsely in prison. You know what I mean? It's just how it operates in there. That's why I'm saying, like, you gotta understand it's a lifeline. You look at it as if, look at it like this. You in there. You can't get a hold of nobody. And I'm just saying, we talking about just regular stuff. You say you in there on some BS, say they got the wrong person. You still got to go through the process to fight it out or until they figure it out. In some cases, they don't figure it out. There's a bunch of people they just now releasing that's been locked up 20, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Now, in that amount of time, you got to think, okay, well, even whether it's short term or long term, you know, if their family's still even around, if the family can even afford to have money on their books to accept calls, you know what I mean? You got to have money on the phone.
At the end of the day, and the day going to end on this. Don't do shit that's going to have your ass caught up sitting in the box for hella years. So
no, that's true, but we also talking about in some situations it don't even be that. You know, I mean,
some situations,
like you said,
things can happen out of nowhere. You can fuck up.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a lot of people in the feds right now ain't never hurt nobody.
Yeah, that's true. And it's
time is time. They was just getting to the bag.
Fucked up situation. Life can come and throw you a badass take. And you know what I'm saying? And that's what today's been all about, the take.
Right.
Creep been quiet. Creep been quiet today. So as all this take ass talk been going on, what's on?
What's on my mind?
Yeah.
if we stick into the subject, it's like one thing you forgot to point out, Tycoon, is that there's also people in prison because they kept their mouth shut.
Right.
They didn't give up any information, even when the police was trying to put some on them.
Yeah.
And so you got to think about those type of people to hold down too, especially if he kept quiet about a prison and the whole family about a prison. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he put y'all before him. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's doing that time in prison. And it's also people that were in prison for what they believe in, as far as like even civil rights or even just making a stand against oppression. You feel me? So, So you gotta think about them people in prison too as well. But like with me, on my end, like I said before, I'm not gonna support fuckery. I'm not gonna reward bad behavior. So if you out there flipping cars or you out there running up in stores, reason why stores gotta close down because they can't re-up on anything they stole and they not getting compensated. You doing dumb shit. I'm not gonna support that. I'm not gonna support that.
Oh, right. No, I mean, but when she was just talking about like what she was saying from the aspect of being locked up, I don't know, you know, like you said, we can go back and forth about that, but to me, I'm just saying, okay, if a person is locked up and, you know, like you said, whatever they locked up for, you already know, but if you locked in with that person, whether it's a friend, you know, your significant other, a family member or whatever, if that's somebody that, you know, you consider close to you like that, then there's just certain things, you know, like you said about how they move, you got to understand. And I agree with you though, because at the same time, and she wasn't saying anything wrong, but it's just like you said, if you're not in support of any of that kind of stuff, let it be known up front. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like it's cool. And that's what I was trying to say too, like not being funny. And I'm not trying to point fingers, but it's people that tend to do that too, where it's like, okay, when you out on the street getting it however you getting it, and as long as you're spending the money on me or doing this and that, it's cool. But then the next minute when you locked up or some shit gets serious, then is don't nobody want nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's not necessarily cool either, because like he was talking about in regards to those situations that happened out there at the prison, you know, some people could look at it like that, like, okay, hey, I put my freedom and other stuff on the line for you. And, you know, and you saying that, you know, we in this together, you got my back no matter what, and now you switching up. You know, I'm not saying that justified what they did in there, but you can see how that's a tenseful situation. You know, like loyalty, a lot of that stuff don't mean nothing no more to people. And for those that really,
like it don't, and then like it can also just be a team situation alone. Even if they did some stupid shit, it's your family member, like your cousin or your brother, then it's gonna be different. You still gonna be like you dumb shit, but you ain't gonna like not. So you ain't gonna just be like fucking with you no more.
Or maybe for a little bit, and then yeah.
All right, we have an update at the half.
Oh my God.
Warriors 69. Suns 43.
He over there watching the game.
At the half, Warriors up 69-43.
He really talking to me because I'm Lakers.
No, I'm giving the reports because this is a sports show. You know what I'm saying? This is a sports show, so I do have to put some sporting in here. This is not your conventional sports show, and I would like to say a cheers to you guys and ladies. You know what I mean? You know, cups up.
I don't have a drink though, but
you know, but because sometimes even when it ain't, I'ma treat today like it's my last. I'ma do this shit like it's my last, cause I'ma be beef, and I'ma be beef. You know what I'm saying? Though, you know, cause you know what I mean. Because
if we gonna talk about sports, let's talk about the Houston versus Florida game.
Steph Curry had the worst game of his career. He only scored 3 points. We lost the game, but we ain't talking about the past. We on the present. And the present.
I'm talking about the college game.
Houston lost to the Florida Gators. They lost to them.
Y'all talking about the men's or the women? I mean the men.
And UConn destroyed South Carolina in the women's. They won by damn near 30.
Yeah.
Hey, but that Houston in that Florida game, that was a good game. And the thing is, I thought Houston was gonna win it because they led up to 12 points, but Florida just stayed in it. And then just like at the last 68 seconds, Florida just took the lead and they just kept the lead for that 68 seconds. And Houston had a chance to tie it or win it, do a buzzer beater, but he fucked up on the play.
The dude from Houston, I don't know if it was Lecrae or was it his name Thompson, but the Florida guy came out there, flew at him, made him hands come off the ball where he couldn't touch the ball, and nobody from Houston recognized early enough that dude couldn't touch the ball, because if he touched the ball again, it was going to be a double dribble.
Yeah.
And so, but they choked, like how they made Duke choke.
I thought he was about to say like how LeBron choked.
Nah.
I thought he was about to talk to them.
And the thing is, Duke that almost did the double dribble and made that mistake. He was actually balling the whole game, like he was doing his thing, but he made one mistake. And it was one mistake
at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? When the pressure got too intense for him, they was usually the team putting the pressure on people, and people cracked under the pressure that they was doing. But when it was time for them to become a diamond, they didn't become a diamond. They pipes got popped under pressure. You know what I'm saying? Now, they coach had them prepared. They didn't put up a piss poor performance. They did not do that.
They did. It's a game.
Their performance was practical, and it was on point. They only lost by a point.
Was it about 2? I thought it was about 2 points. It was only 1
A
point.
point, one shot.
It was one.
One shot. They only lost by one shot.
Yeah, one shot.
One shot.
Both teams. The thing is, both teams were actually playing efficient, but he just made that one mistake.
Now, whoever, I think Houston wasn't the favorite. So if you betted on Houston and took the under, you won.
Mm.
So that would have turned 100 to 250.
Okay.
And you know,
I was just so I'm looking at this.
what's going on right now? I don't know. I know that my Giants is looking real good too. They're 8-2. I didn't get the chance to check out today's game yet, but I'm liking the way they're playing. They're playing very fundamental baseball. You know what I mean? I have watched out of the 10 games, I have watched 4. So I've watched 40% of the games this year. So, you know,
I like how they're starting off. I just hope they can finish it.
yeah. The middle of their lineup is real good. I'm liking that Japanese dude, young, what's his name? Young Ho Lee. Jun Ho Lee.
Yeah,
He's good. And then the Latin dude, Helios Ramos, I like him. The Yastrzemski dude, he's been good. The Yastrzemski, Mike Yastrzemski or whatever his name is, and then a third baseman Chapman. I like him too. They pitching. They got some nice. They got a couple of good pictures, but they get kind of shaky. I got to study a little bit more, watch some more games, and check out their bullpen, get to know the team a little bit better. But
what about Justin Verlander?
They got this new thing. They got a new bat called the torpedo bat, where they shape it to make the sweet spot more down, closer to the closer to
like those bats. When you go buy the bat and ball set for the kids.
Emblem.
So
so they make it closer to there. So now with some of them pitches, when them guys been swinging, they can get to the park and make the ball rocket out. The New York Yankees have it mastered.
Yeah. Didn't they get like 9 home runs or something in that game?
10 home runs in one game.
All off using those bats. That's crazy.
Yeah. Now I haven't seen none of the Giants use them because they just been playing. They've been playing fundamental baseball. Get the ball over the person's head, land, get doubles, steal. And they've been playing. They playing 1980s baseball.
Well, didn't they say that they were supposed to be getting some of those bats too? Aren't they supposed to be getting some too for the team? I thought I saw that on a news article or something.
I need one of the bats for myself.
Because they basically the wider ones, right? Like, how not T-ball bats, but like when you get the bat and ball set for the kids, ain't that how they shape? They're just wider.
They move like the sweet, instead of the fat part being up at the head, is more at the base.
Right.
So yeah, damn near it looks crazy. Let me see if I get an image up. Neither side by side, but I I'm not on the right thing to get it to look at to get the picture in picture to go up. But basically, come on, come on.
Mm.
It's an interesting thing though to actually see it, and everybody's not using it, and everybody that use it doesn't make good results with it. So it's not like it's the bad on steroids or nothing. You just got to still be one hell of a player
Right.
because if
Well,
you
I mean,
can't
I
hit,
think it would be like you said for the heavy hitters. You gotta turn it. We can't see it. You gotta turn it the other way.
you
But
see where the
yeah,
hand is where the normal bat will have the fat part, but you see they like smoothed it and made it more round.
Okay, I can kind of see it.
yeah. But I mean, like you said, if you know, as far as the real hitters, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I guess that it would give them better accuracy, like against like curveballs or something. Is that what it is? That's why it's getting better results.
Like for some certain cats who don't hit the balls off the top of the bat. They more hit
Right.
towards the bottom.
Right. That's what I'm
So they
saying.
can
Yeah.
get more trajectory. Now, if you
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
these two
Because they
players,
still get a full hit on it. Yeah.
like as the player that's in the Milwaukee uniform, and he has a regular bat. The Yankee has the torpedo bat. Now,
Yeah.
you see the difference?
It looked bigger from right here.
Yeah. So that lower part gets more to the ball. So it's getting to the ball. It's like I guess damn near making it like an aluminum bat somehow. You know what I'm saying? Like so you get that bing, bing, bing.
Well, they're gonna be roping shit this season.
Shit, that man, you fuck with that bat in the city, it's gonna be how the wind be going on out there at Oracle Blood. It's gonna be hella pop up. Shit gonna be popping.
Yeah, Oracle's actually one of the hardest stadiums to hit a home run in.
So too much of a wind tunnel. Too much of a wind tunnel.
Yeah, I know. I thought about going to the game tonight actually too. At first, they was
Yeah,
doing the giveaway for the they was doing a collab shirt with like the San Francisco State for the Gators.
oh,
And then did y'all see? Speaking of that, did y'all see them new uniforms and the logo and shit? Man, that's crazy.
the Giants uniforms.
Like
Yeah.
the little remix uniforms.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
that well, all right.
purple. And,
We down 1-0. The Giants is down 1-0 to Cincinnati right now. Cincinnati pitchers have been keeping us not doing shit. We ain't put up no offense. So we
yeah,
ain't put
what
up no
inning is it?
offense.
Because
We
the
only
game
got 3
started
hits
at.
today. Cincinnati got 7 hits and they scored on an error. That's how we down 1-0. So it wasn't a pitcher's fault. It was something in the field.
Yeah, because the game started like 6:45 or something. What inning
Yeah,
are they
it's
in
still
right now?
going. It's the top of the 8th right
Oh,
now.
okay.
Cincinnati up 1-0.
Dang.
Well, glad I
Cincinnati
kept my little money.
is 4-7 too.
Huh?
They already shut us out the other day. Yeah. 2-0.
Oh, you just.
Shit.
I don't know. I'm
It's
not
gonna be
looking at the
hard.
live feed right now. You know what I'm saying? As I'm in the office. Give me 1 second. You guys talk amongst yourself. I'll be right back.
Nah, I think though maybe it's the uniforms. I don't know. They getting a little too comfortable. Did you see them? They're like,
You're not wearing them today, are they?
yeah, they is.
Please. Hold on.
Yeah, the new ones they've been posting all over the place with the new SF logo and they like purplish and orange and stuff. That's supposed to be what they wear for the home games now, I believe. or for Tuesday home games for the rest of the season.
Oh, okay. It's on. Yeah, I got. I
It's supposed to.
I seen so
I
many
think
looking on Facebook. Like, I'm like, okay, is that supposed to be these? I gotta see
Yeah,
what.
that's supposed to be. Yeah, that's supposed to be. I guess that design is supposed to like represent, everything about the Bay Area, not just San Francisco, because they did like a commercial where, because La Russell just did the new anthem for the Giants, and so he's in the commercial too, him and Pilo and other people, but they was mentioning how, when people think of San Francisco or, the Giants or whatever, they think of all the different rappers and, just musicians, period, and the culture overall. Like they was mentioning, they went from saying E40 to Carlos Santana to Guapole. You get what I'm saying? Like they was, so I guess this new design is supposed to be a reflection.
That one I seen them. This the first time I seen him wear it. Like, feel me? That shit was great.
You talking about this jersey?
Nah, that don't, because it got like purple in it. Look, it's like, hold on.
Yeah.
They had them all.
It looked kind of ill.
I'm trying to check and see, but I don't see San Francisco Giants new jerseys or uniforms. That's what they call San Francisco Giants uniforms. Show me the newest San Francisco Giants uniforms.
Yeah, it was on ESPN
It's called
and
the City
everything.
Connect jersey.
Yeah, the City Connect uniform, right? I like the jersey as far as, and the other little design that they made, the where it looks like it's a glove.
Y'all seen this?
Nah, that's crazy. What is?
That's the Giants jersey. They supposed to wear this season.
Oh, that's probably for a special night. But yeah, the ones that I'm talking about is the what she said, the City Connect jersey, because it got purple in it, so it's not just black and orange. And they use like graffiti font for one of the logos because they got it where it looks like a glove.
I heard that.
Yeah, so it's cool.
Oh, I see, but the watermelon like colors, Mike and Ike type color looking shit.
He said watermelon, yeah. Cause they supposed to be wearing them tonight.
Okay. Yeah, that's what it would be. That would be that strawberry bubble gum, Mike and Ike. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because the Giants, like I said, the actual jersey looked cool to me. I mean, the SF is cool because it's different. You know what I mean? I thought the SF part was kind of basic, but the other images, like I said, they made one design where it was like graffiti. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, they because here.
All I know is that the Warriors are kicking ass.
That's what you was talking about.
Damn.
Yeah, I know the Warriors are doing what they're supposed to do at this moment. They're holding it down. The Giants are the only team in the Bay Area that play baseball.
No, they're not. Don't do that.
Right. The
Don't do that.
Oakland
A's are in
Ballers.
Sacramento. They are not in that area. We have
No, the Ballers. Hold on.
Oh,
The
The
Ballers.
Ballers.
Oakland Ballers.
And
My
you went
bad.
to the Ballers game.
I've been to a Ballers game. You're right. You're
Man,
right. But I haven't been to the
hold on.
one at the Coliseum. I was at the other one.
What you mean? They ain't did nothing at the Coliseum. All the
They
games
only
been
play
at
at that
Ramody
park
Park
we was at.
in West
Yeah,
Oakland.
Yeah, that's where I went to the game in West Oakland.
Yeah, I was there all last season. Matter of fact, can y'all see this? I was one of the first people. I was number 5 last season. Hold on, let me see if I can show y'all. I went and got a tattoo. They was doing free tattoos because it was, they inaugural season. Hold on, let me see. Can you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, they had other designs too, because like I was there, it was hella people. They had the design with the mascot, Scrappy the possum or whatever. Then they had a bunch of shit, but it's cool. But yeah, I mean, the thing about that is because that team is literally a local team. Like people was able to buy stocks, buy shares into the team. Too Short is an owner. It's a couple artists and actors that have bought into the team. You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, Fab was one of the first people, but Too Short, they just announced him because I think he's gonna be performing too on their opening day. But yeah, everything that they doing is all local. Everything is all local. Like they getting all the jerseys. Everything is printed through Oaklandis, and that's the thing. All the other teams, like you said, everybody left Oakland, but then all these other teams that have since came to Oakland, because they got the soccer team and stuff too, but they all getting their stuff printed through a local clothing company. So everything is is they keeping it in the city. I think that's pretty dope.
Yeah, the Warriors do the same thing too with their shirts. It's all made from somebody from the Bay Area.
Yeah.
The Niners do it too. The Niners do it. And so, that's cool because they helping somebody come up. Like, like them black 49er faithful jackets. That was made by some dude from the city.
Okay.
They did lose though. They played the San Jose Giants over the weekend and they lost. Was it the weekend?
So what?
No, it was last week.
Ballers are they're minor league or is that independent?
No, the Ballers are they're the Pioneer League. So that's an independent league.
No.
The Ballers play for the Pioneer Baseball League. So it's basically it's teams that are in Idaho and in Colorado as well.
Yeah, the game we went to was good. I enjoyed myself. I said, and they're a good team. I said I would go to another game.
Yeah, no, they dope. I'm at that thing.
Because I want to know what team they playing. Like, feel me?
You go look on. It's Pioneer Baseball League. That's the league that they're a part of. So they play the teams in those leagues. They travel back and forth. But in addition to that, like the San Jose Giants, they're I believe they're a minor A league team or whatever.
No, they minor league, yeah, because some of them end up playing for the real Giants.
Right. Okay. So
they
play
under MLB. They under MLB.
Right. So they played against them last week, just as an exhibition game. It's the new version of Battle of the Bay 2.0. You feel me? But yeah, other than that, like I said, if you look on they got a website too, but if you look on the league that they play in is the Pioneer Baseball League, and I believe it was like 2 or 3 teams out of Idaho, and some out of Colorado, and I don't remember where else. Because I know that When they Oakland Ballers got started, they were one of the expansion teams being added to that league. But just like when you go to Sacramento, the River Cats are under the Giants too.
No, that's
But
under
they're-
the A's. Those the
no,
A's.
they are not. No, they are not.
Those ain't the
They've
A's.
never been
That's-
under, sir. They've never been under the A's.
Oh,
If you
no.
go look,
No, that's Stockton Ports. My bad. The Stockton
Yeah, right,
Ports,
right.
Those are the A's. Yeah, my
right,
bad.
yeah. So yeah, and that was dumb because honestly, I feel that they should have played out there in Stockton instead of going to
See,
Sac.
but that them River Cats, those are double A, not triple A. That's double A. That's double A baseball. That's the
Right.
the minor league. So that's
Right.
you know what I'm saying. That's for like cats that's out of high school that didn't go to college and that was good enough to get paid, but they not
Well,
all the way-
some too. No, because I mean, some of them be getting picked up too, but I know that they
Yeah.
were in another league because there's other teams. Like I've been to games. Like there was a team in Marysville, in Yuba City. There's the Marysville Gold Sox. In Oregon, they got a couple teams like the Medford Rogues that are in Medford, Oregon, and they play against the River Cats in Sacramento. You know what I mean? So I think that they're like a couple of them are in the same leagues, but it's, just like semi-pro football and different stuff. Just different leagues. But you'd be surprised they be having fans, especially in them areas. And that's the thing about it. Those teams most of them are set up in areas where they don't have sports. You know what I mean? Like the smaller towns, or like in Oregon, it's
Yeah.
college teams, but it really ain't no professional baseball or nothing. It's
That's
just
how they get that money up in that area because it be the
Right.
local fame, and that's something for everybody to do.
Hell yeah.
And that's how they
I
build
go-
their community up and
Look.
shit.
I go to all of them, man. It don't matter if it's sometimes, like you just said, yeah, they be more popping than the going to the big games and less money.
Because what's the other like the indoor football league, the San Jose
The Panthers.
Panthers.
The Panthers.
Yeah,
Bay Area Panthers,
who
the
went to
IFL.
a game last year.
Yeah, they
ended up
just
losing. They was winning, but they ended up losing at the last second on a field goal. Really, last second field goal took them out. The field is
they
only,
season the
field
new
is only
season
like
just started.
35 yards. It's like the field is only like 35 yards. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the end zone and it go to 25 to 25. So the game is like it's hella fast paced. It's you know what I'm saying?
I'm ready to go to one of those. They season just started back. They had a game because I told you I was out there in San Jose, but I know they had a game I think on Sunday. But like them, the Bay Area Panthers, because that's the team that Marshawn had, but they're a different league than y'all remember the San Jose SaberCats?
Hey, look, I want to.
Yeah, that league got closed. That was the Arena Football League. That got shut down. And
I thought they
rebranded
reopening it.
Well, somebody else own it now, but it got rebranded into the Indoor Football League. And a lot of that San Jose Panthers is not the Bay Area Panthers back is like they get. I'm not sure if they brought along the San Jose records and shit, but if they bringing that arena, if they bring an arena back in, because they got the minor league football, like the UFL shit, that just started back. That just started back up.
Hey, y'all, I want to go to a lingerie football game. The lingerie league. I want to go to the lingerie
you do.
football game.
The LFL. I know what you're talking about. They used to have a team in Vegas. Because I know because I had a shirt. That's all. But I seen some of they. I seen the lingerie football league. It was a women's league.
Oh, the
LFL.
LFL.
Yeah.
I know. No, Lady McFly.
I forgot the name of the Vegas team. I can't remember right
one
now.
of them was on one of them TV shows, on one of them Love and Hip Hop shows.
But The games
Out
will
there
come on TV too.
Ray and pads on.
Right.
They was hit too. I wish they had a team out here in the Bay Area.
Yeah, but well, I don't know. I don't know about that. 'Cause some of them, I ain't saying it like that, but you know, they gotta look like something.
No, these Oakland bitches
They
will fuck it up.
They from the Bay Area.
They can't be out there on hella hot Cheetos and
We not eating hot Cheetos.
They could be drafted from anywhere.
You're right. No, I'm just saying because we don't want them out there if all they've been eating is hot Cheetos and hood hibachi.
I'm not saying draft somebody that was hanging out the
Crab boil.
First of all, they have to get drafted. It's a draft. It ain't just like that. Just because
You gotta meet the requirements.
You're the San Francisco G-Stringers, because they're the San Francisco G-Stringers gonna mean they got bitches from the Point, bitches from the View. You got a couple of
hold on, wait.
They're not gonna go turf to turf to be trying to recruit bitches.
No, wait. Yes, hold on, wait. No, there are leagues that do that. Sacramento got a women's football league, and like how we was talking about the baseball, they got local baseball leagues out here. It is a Frisco team and a Richmond team. I've seen them play. And West Oakland,
Sacramento got a female football league, but guess what? I bet you some of them bitches look like Kimbo Slice.
right?
I bet you that. Shit. Stop playing, man. Come on, man.
Hey, now you ain't lying though, but I see. Well, you know, like they got the quote unquote like the 40 and up clubs and the other stuff out here where they doing the local teams, and I've seen, you know, I've been to a couple of them games, and you know, my partners out in the town, they was playing for some of the Oakland teams for like baseball and basketball. So, you know, they be it's a gym and different stuff. Like, what's the other team that's in the city? The Cats, the Bay Cats or the City Cats? It's a 40 and up league basketball.
Do they still go? Cause I heard.
Yeah, they play. No, they play in Hayward. They play at the. Listen, my partner DJ Mike.
Is that a hockey league? Is that the hockey team or something?
No, basketball. Yeah, 40 and up. It's the local niggas. Yeah, it's everybody local.
You creepy
because I know the G League is in Santa Cruz. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the Santa Cruz Warriors. That's NBA. We ain't talking. We talk about the undergrads. Right there.
You know, San Francisco is getting a professional cricket team.
Yeah, the Unicorns.
You gonna go out for them?
Yes, look it up. That is the name of the team.
Go out for them.
They actually gonna be playing in Oakland, though.
Yeah, they're called the Unicorns. The logo look crazy. It look kind of.
What the New Day is their mascot?
Unicorn is kind of.
Huh?
You already knew what was up with the
Unicorn is
name.
kind
It says
of.
unicorns.
You
And
feel me?
I
Like,
love unicorns.
Like for real.
Yeah, here, hold on. I'm finna show y'all right now. Here it goes. San Francisco Unicorns. They shit looks so crazy. The logo, it just don't look like, and you know, like you said, I thought about it because I be looking, and you know, when I be first hearing about the stuff, especially, you know, like, okay, if they got some cool merchandise or something, you know, I might grab an item, but
Oh my God.
No.
It looked like the Denver Bronco horse with a uniform.
Hey, somebody kid made that. Somebody, how they gonna put the Denver Bronco head with the ram connected, but instead of it, you know what I'm saying?
That's it. They got it in different colors. That's it.
That's it.
San Francisco
I thought it was
Unicorn.
gonna be Coffee Kingston on there or something.
I don't know though, man. I don't know about wearing. I don't know if I can. I mean, I guess I gotta represent. I got
Nigga,
almost all
unicorn
the
up,
teams.
nigga. Unicorn up, nigga.
I don't know if I'll be in attendance for this game.
You don't
Here-
want to try out?
Here's one for the
No.
Here's one for the unicorns.
Lady Lex, you better quit playing.
Now we are
Yeah, no, I
coming
mean-
up to the end of this wonderful show that is called the Booster Take Show. That is a roller coaster ride in your ear. Every time you come on, you learn something new. You get a little bit of game that helps uplift you. You know what I mean? Always believe in yourself. Never let anyone tell you that you can't do what you think you can, because once you think you can do it, all it takes is the execution in the proper way and you can make it happen. Everybody else in this world will always try to talk down to you. Remember, they put Jesus on the stick, so what makes you better? Understand this. Life gives you what you take out of it. So if you put in enough effort, you get to take out a lot more shit. If you're being lazy, you ain't gonna gain nothing but weight. And what you do when you gain weight, you gain the problem, yourself. So once you get over yourself, sometimes you have to look in the mirror and still on yourself. You got to tell yourself the truth that you fucking up, that you not handling the way that you supposed to be doing. Maybe you need to take a step back on some things you do to reevaluate your game. Write that shit off like Wile E. Coyote. Take that jump off the cliff. It's going to be a bumpy fall, but at one time you'll be able to. And once you get to going there, you're going to be there. It might sound like a mystery, but you got to understand. You could be a bird flying through the wind, hit your head and fall down, get cold, put in a stasis, sleep because it's freezing. Something might shit on you, warm you up. You get to making a lot of noise because you're feeling good that you back again. And then you might get ate by a cat that cleaned you off. If you understand what I'm saying is, that means you got a lot of game. And if you didn't understand, let me break this down for you. Just because somebody shit on you don't mean that they was hurting you. Just because that person cleaned that shit off you doesn't mean that they there for you. And just because you fall into some shit, when you get out of it, don't let nobody know. So that's all I got to say. That's the Booster Take Show. Peace, love, and hair grease.
Right.
Good night.
All right, y'all.
All right. Good show.